Hello there, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are going to be doing your daily tarot reading. This is good for Sunday, January 30th. Hard to believe we're only a couple of days away from February. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the Oracle card, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. So let's see what we have here. Tick-tock, divine timing. You know, something that, when I ever get this card, I always feel like it's something you've been waiting for a long time. And it's kind of like, ding, it's like the timer goes off. Divine timing comes in and, it is brought into you almost on a silver platter. Yeah, fork in the road. It's kind of like you've been thinking about going in a different direction. You're just kind of like, okay, this relationship, the situation, whatever it is that you're waiting on, it's not coming in, and it's kind of like, okay, I think I'm just going to go in a different direction. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Yeah, okay, nice. Okay, lots of anxiety. I think that you have been really anxious about this situation, not knowing, when this was coming. The fear, the moon card is a lot about fear. Nine of Swords is, sleepless nights. Two of Swords, not knowing what to do about this. There's also this sense of you have no idea what is going on behind the scenes. And with the moon card, this is, another indication that the divine is working for you. You don't see it. You don't see it. The divine is saying, hey, you've had to give us some time. We've had to get things in alignment for you. I'm getting this clear message that, everything is aligning for you. It's coming in. The timer, the timer is here. It's dinging. You're getting what it is that you want. I am going to clarify this. Your present energy is this Five of Wands, internal conflict, competition, not really sure which way to go, kind of like, a sense of confusion. Wow, these cards, I'm going to shuffle them this way because these cards are just, they want something different. So there we go. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Oh. Has something to do with a romantic relationship. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. All right. Three of Pentacles. There's somebody in this situation that wants to work this out. There is a lot of conflict, a lot of drama. This is the drama card. It is to do with a true soulmate connection, twin flame, romantic connection. But I'm also getting a sense that, with this card, it could even be family drama. Okay. It could be that, I don't know why, but I'm getting the word inheritance. Like there could be, that's not going to, resonate with everybody, but that's the situation that they're giving me. It's something like that. Like there's drama over, an inheritance. A family member has passed away, and now there's kind of like argument, about the inheritance, or about the estate, or how to handle it, or something like that. If it's not that, it could be, there's a conflict with a romantic partner, or, a romantic situation, a couple within a family, perhaps. Like there could be a couple within the family dynamics that's thinking of separating or divorcing, something like that. Or possibly even getting married. Like there's drama around some family dynamic that I think has to do with a love connection. So for instance, somebody announces that they're engaged, and then the rest of the family is like, no, like that person, no, how could you be get married to that person, or, somebody says, oh, we're going to separate, we've decided we have to go our own ways. And then it's kind of like, no, how can you do that? There's this energy of action, communication, and I feel like the drama is around that. There's a need here for patience, understanding with the Temperance card. If this doesn't, you may be part of this couple, but you don't have to be. There's this sense of, helping. I feel like you're kind of being called to help guide, okay, this situation, whether you are part of this connection or not. It's as if there's this need for patience in trying to help the whole family dynamic move ahead. Or if this is a work situation, it could be a work situation, as if you're being called to kind of like be a leader, to show the way, to have the patience to work through this situation. If you are, like, say for instance, you are part of the couple that has announced an engagement and there's family members that are upset about it, it's as if you're being called to just be patient with this situation and to try to stay positive, to help the other people in the situation that are upset about this, to kind of focus on the positive side, which is at times very difficult. I'll have to say, in a lot of my February love readings, there was that energy of being called to see the big picture of, sometimes I feel like, we're called to look at the details, the red flags of a situation, but sometimes we're also called to see the big picture. I'll give you a situation. When my mother passed away, my parents had a very loving relationship. When my mother passed away, my father wanted to remarry very shortly thereafter to a friend that had been a friend of both of my parents. So it was somebody that had been kind of in the family dynamics for a while. I'll have to admit, I had a little bit of a difficulty with it because it was so soon after my mother had passed away. I just wasn't ready yet. And she was a lovely woman. It was nothing against her. It was just kind of like, me at that time. Seeing the bigger picture, when I was able to see the bigger picture, I realized that, my father was, he said to me, I'm not young. He was, older. He was like, I'm not young. I really want a companion to finish out my life. She's a lovely woman, and she was, and, we want to spend the rest of our lives together. I know her well. It's not like, I just met her. I know her well. She had helped, with my mother's illness while my mother was sick. She was a good friend. Was it quite the love that he had for my mom? No, it was not. I mean, he would admit that, but it was this, I don't want to go through the whatever years I have left, and he didn't have many. I don't want to go through those years completely by myself. Now, looking at the bigger picture, that was kind of a little bit difficult when I was in that emotional state, right? But looking back on it, it was such a good thing for him and for her. They helped each other to navigate, some of those, those lasting years. They had love in that situation, even though, at first I was not very excited about the situation. I came to realize that it really was, a good companion relationship for the two of them. So it's kind of like that. I feel like you're being called to see maybe the bigger picture of the situation, to maybe help other people in this situation. So let's see what the Knight of Swords is. Yeah, somebody is really determined. I have the Knight of Swords twice. Somebody is really determined here. It's about, recognizing that there is a lot of love in the situation. That you can't I think I had a reading the other day that for one of the signs, and I think it was something about love always wins. It's this kind of determination. This reminds me so much of my dad. I think it's interesting that I'm sharing that story. Obviously, my guides are asking me to. Because it's kind of a personal story, but it's kind of like this determination. We're getting married, or I feel like there's a lot of love here. I think it's more like we're getting married. We have a lot of love for each other, and all of you can resist it. But guess what? Hierophant, we are getting married. There could be a situation where, say your parents have been divorced and now one of your parents is, marrying somebody else. And it's this energy of, how can you do that? Like the hopes and dreams of this family coming back together is now over. When parents divorce and then one of them remarries, somebody else, then there is that kind of like death, if you will, of, could they ever get back together? Could our family ever come back together? It's this energy of realizing that there is a lot of love in the situation, whether this is a reunion, a union. It could be, if your parents are divorced, they're announcing they're coming back together, and you're kind of like, what? Wait a minute. It's something like that. It's this energy of, there's a lot of love here, and to see the bigger picture. Yeah. Wow. Five of Pentacles. There are people that are going to feel sad about this situation. I'm not sure that's necessarily you. There's an energy of somebody feeling sad about this because somebody is taking action to move into a long-term committed relationship. There's this energy of trying to, the Ace of Wands, a new beginning. This could be a reunion, a new beginning, bringing something into balance, wanting to bring something into balance, wanting to bring perhaps a family back into balance. The Justice card, it could be a Libra. I have Libra and Gemini, so it could be Libra or Gemini here. But this energy of having to walk away from understanding, walking away. Oh, how can I... walking away from looking at this in like the 3D world and looking at this from the bigger picture, from a more spiritual sense of that whatever has happened is part of the soul journey of everyone. I feel like everyone connected, but especially of the couple. Really interesting. I got a message like that last week too in one of the readings. This energy of starting to really look at our romantic relationships, not so much in the 3D world as much as, the soul contract that's there. It could be a twin flame reunion because, this is an energy of twin flame. Really interesting reading, especially for a daily, because I feel like this is really pretty specific. Okay, so here is your advice from the universe. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. I absolutely think that this message is so spot on with this reading. It's about taking a look at this relationship, what has gone on in this relationship. And I think even for the people a little bit beyond just the relationship, right? The family dynamics or friends or whatever. And realizing that there's something bigger here. And I feel as if you're listening to this reading, you are being called. I feel like you really are being called to be the one to help navigate the spiritual balance, the wisdom, using your spiritual wisdom to help navigate this situation. Yeah, really interesting. I would absolutely love to hear in the comments how this may resonate with you, because you know, it really is. It's kind of interesting because yesterday's reading, I had something about, you know, somebody wanting to reunite, and then this is kind of like an energy of reuniting 2 days in a row. I don't usually get that. I don't usually get that. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you much love and light in this situation, and in all your situations. And if you resonated with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.